yet another remarkable day on La Vuelta. Well, Spain is absolutely alive with enthusiasm for the race after two Spanish winners, Herrada joining Soler on the roster. Well, after stretching their sinews in the run into Cisterna, where the breakaway had success, how would it pan out on the big mountain day for this man, Remco Evenepoel? Surely he was going to be attacked. Lead of just 21 seconds over Rudy Mollard of Groupama Francis Leger, Enric Mas at 28 seconds margin. There was no doubt that Evenepoel's Quick-Step Alpha Vinyl would be under pressure. How would they sustain it? A quick look at the course suggested that this day may well turn out to be two races in one, a breakaway and indeed a GC battle. They could also all come together, as we did for the birthday celebrations of Marco Brenner. Sadly for his team, Nico Arndt and later Mark Donovan, both testing positive for COVID and having to go home. The red jersey, ready for action, and so were his team. What on earth could Roglic, Jumbo-Visma and Ineos Grenadiers do about it? Well, one look at the course was enough to frighten anybody. So many climbs along the way, and a Category 1 test at the very end. Drama guaranteed, and they were climbing, don't forget, straight out of the back door. Well, it took a while for our breakaway to finally be established. The first climb, over the top, Jay Vine on the attack. Sounds familiar? Well, he and Marc Soler, winners of stages 5 and 6, teamed up, and really they were asking a question of the entire peloton. Finally, we had a 10-man breakaway up the road, and it was high quality. Groupama Francis Leger's Thibaut Pinot had to work hard. He and Sebastian Reichenbach, well, they were able to get onto the back wheel of Bruno Amirai, who dropped back from further up the road and installed three teammates in the front group. Well, the gap was significant. It moved up to around about 4 minutes. Quick-Step Alpha Vinyl did not panic. They were trying to preserve some resources at least for the climbs, but the pace was high, and each one of those climbs seemed to fall to Jay Vine. If he couldn't win another stage, then at least he wanted to win a polka dot jersey. His gap in that competition became unbridgeable. But what about the gap to the break? Another man within it, Mads Pedersen, spectacularly so. He's there in the sprints, he's also there in the climbs, and he was there at the intermediate sprint and went into green. On the final climb, all hell was breaking loose amongst the pre-race GC favourites. Julian Alaphilippe did his turn as dutifully as he always does for Remco Evenepoel, who was burning up his teammates. Meanwhile, Jay Vine was burning off anyone who was in the break. Thibaut Pinot desperate to stay with him, and Taramay likewise, but the likes of Landa were gone. Well, with 5 kilometres remaining, it seemed certain that Vine would make it all the way. But a final question still had to be asked out there by Marc Soler. It ebbed and flowed between the pair of them. Vine still looking good, and so was Remco Evenepoel. The names he was putting to the sword in his wake were significant. This was as big a statement as was being made up front. Staying with him, Enric Mas, Primož Roglic, it was all getting very selective. Further back down the mountain, Miguel Angel Lopez, it seems his legs had woken up. And the world is waking up to Jay Vine, a phenomenon. Marc Soler, also a stage winner, closed the gap down to around 25 seconds. It then widened once more. The sun came out this time. His first stage win was shrouded in cloud. They parted for him today. Magnificent. Jay Vine wins again. Marc Soler came home bravely to second place. Taramay had picked it back up, and Thibaut Pinot had refound his mojo as well. It bodes very well for the next stage. And what of this man? Remco Evenepoel desperately wanted to finish in front of his nearest rivals, Enric Mas and Primož Roglic. No time gaps between them were declared, so the overall stays the same, albeit other rivals falling away. Jay Vine, in charge of his own destiny, and slowly but surely moving up the general classification as well. He won today by 43 seconds ahead of Soler and Tara May. Thibaut Pinot 47 seconds in arrears. Evenepoel then led home Mas Roglic, with Yates, Rodriguez and Sebastian Reichenbach rounding out the top 10. A real battle it was for Evenepoel. He'll have to do it all again on stage 9. Evenepoel leads this race by that margin of 28 seconds over Mas. Roglic is there, so is Rodriguez and Ayuso. And so we race on, with Jay Vine in a polka dot jersey. 2 stage wins to his name, and what more lies at the feet of that man? Mads Pedersen equally delighted on this day, taking control of the green jersey after a magnificent performance in the break and snaffling those sprint points. This is what lays ahead before the rest day. Who will be able to go all in? When you look at the parcours, you indeed wonder. It is going to be brutal. La Vuelta never disappoints, but this weekend could prove pivotal. Do not miss stage 9 in the run to the rest day.